Hey everybody, it's old BLG. I told you I'd be right back. Still in the kitchen here with old BLG. Yes. Welcome to another exciting episode. Notice how cool I'm being. I'm trying not to catch on fire. I'm in front of the stove and it's on high. Welcome back to another exciting episode. Hands on with BLG. I'm BLG. I am lefty. I am righty. Yes, today, in this episode, do you have any of this laying around left over that the kids don't want? 100% natural juice, no sugar added to it. Just natural juice. It has to be. No sugar added. Natural, 100% natural juice. It can be apple. It can be grape. It can be pineapple. Whatever. Orange. Whatever. As long as it's natural, no sugar added. We're going to make jam or jelly. We're going to make jelly today. This is what's left of my apple jelly that I made probably 6 months ago. I got this much left, and I think I got one more of the regular apple in there. This is apple cinnamon that I made last time. We're going to make grape jelly today. A quick and easy way to do it. I'm more running around in the kitchen on you, I know. Okay. So what we got here on the stove, you don't necessarily need a canner. It does not hurt to have one though. Here I got my big water bath canner going here. Boiling water. I have three 1 pint jars, which is a 16-ounce jar, and I have one 8-ounce jar, which is a half pint jar. The regular recipe I made last time, I used 7 of the 8-ounce jars, the half pint jars, and I had a little bit left over, no big deal. So this works out to 7. 3 of the 16 and 1 8. Works out to the 7 8-ounce jars. Got them boiling, and they've been going for quite a while. And they're boiling up. I got my 4 lids here in this little pan here. I'm going to take a little bit of this water, which isn't quite boiling right now, and I'm going to put that in here and let these lids simmer in the warm water while we work on the rest of our experiment. And I'm just actually going to set these over here for the moment. What we're going to need for this experiment, which isn't an experiment, it's an easy way to make this jam or jelly, which is easy to make. We need granulated sugar. Pure cane granulated sugar. Right, yeah. Okay? We're going to have 4.5 cups of this here. I got my canning funnel. Like I said, you can make do with whatever you've got. I'm going to throw my canning lids. You do need the canning jars. Like I said, you can buy a box of the half pints, the 8-ounce jars, and use 7 of them. That's the lid for that one. Or you can buy the 1 pint jars, 16 ounces. That's where the tops are, and boiling or sitting in simmer in the hot water. We're going to need our measuring cups for the sugar. I got my grabby tools to grip the jars out of the hot water. I got my magnet tool to stick the lids. We're going to need 4 cups of pure fruit juice of any kind with no sugar added. This here, Sure-Jell Pectin for jams and jellies. Comes in a box like this. 1 packet. We're going to use this whole packet, folks. No big deal. This is for measuring the juice. And that's all it is. That's it. That's it. Now, we can get down to the simplicities. The easy part. Let's make this stuff. Okay? We're going to get our 4 cups of juice here ready, since everything else seems to be good to go. Sterilize our things. If you don't sterilize your jars, you can get sick. So, I put mine. You can use a big pan and do them a little bit at a time. Just boil them in water for, mine's been boiling for about 8 minutes or so. Plenty done. And the little lids are just simmering in the steaming warm water. Not boiling. Don't boil the lids. Don't. Just warm water. Nice where you can see a little steam. Good enough. So that's how you do that. There's a way to do it from the oven, but I don't remember how to do it. It's X amount of degrees for so many amounts of time. I don't know. I got my pressure canner, or my water bath canner. I want a pressure canner bad, but I don't really need one at the moment. If I see one at a flea market or something, I'll buy it though. they're kind of pricey to buy at the store. And you cannot use a pressure cooker for a pressure canner. A lot of people will say you can. They're probably old people and they're lucky to be alive. 4 cups of juice. 4 cups of juice. Right about... There, we got it. 4 cups of juice, folks. The rest of this I can put away right here real quick. Boink, 4 cups of juice. Okay, let's get you over here to the stove and get rocking. Back over here. Oh, you're going to need one of these too. A ladle. Alright, let's hop you over here. What we're going to do is take that right towel and we are going to put our juice into the pot. Like so. And we're done with this. Alright, we'll turn the pot on. I'm going to say to about, oops, let it light. I'm going to turn it on to about medium high, about 8 out of 10. 8 out of high is 10 on here. So medium high. I'm going to put our pectin in here. Boink. Drop our pectin in here with the old juice-a-roosey. Make sure to get it all out of there. And boink, something like this. We're going to bring back one of... Oh, okay, yeah, we are. Mr. Cowboy Spoon is back. Hi, I'm Mr. Cowboy Spoon. Watch me make a grand entrance. Stick, 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 stick. Oh, hi. I'm Mr. Cowboy Spoon. I am about to stir that pectin with that juice. That's right, Mr. Cowboy Spoon. We're going to stir this pectin in. Pectin. We're going to stir it all in real good. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up to a boil. A rolling boil. It will boil while you're stirring it hot. So it takes a couple of minutes. So I'm going to let this come up and keep stirring it here. I don't know that you really necessarily have to stir it full time. I'm just going to stir it to get the pectin worked in. But we'll see you back here when this is at a rolling boil. And we'll go from there. So far, so easy, right? Stick with me, folks. It is this easy. Okay, folks, we're back. Let's see if you can see. We're starting to come to a nice boil. See how the bubbles? Now, what we're looking for is if it'll stay bubbling while we're stirring. You want it to stay bubbling. And once it gets to that state, you're going to want to boil it at this level for 1 minute when it's bubbling while you're stirring it. A good rolling boil. Well, not quite rolling boil. And yeah, the foam, it's going to do that. I'll show you how to take care of that. Notice I got a deep pan. This will boil over on you very easily if you don't keep it on it. See, that's a good rolling boil right there. See how it's still wanting to bubble when I'm stirring? That's what we're doing. We're going to do that for approximately a minute. It is 11:12 outside, and I do have a beer. BLG is happy. This is going to boil like this for about a minute, and it's really going to start foaming. See? See the foaming? Really going to start doing that. So we're going to do this about a minute here. Then we're going to get ready to ow, I can't swallow. We're going to get ready to put our sugar in. Or 4.5 cups of sugar in here. I'm going to say we're going to do that now. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit. I'm going to get 4.5 cups of sugar. I'll start with a half because it's fast. Want to do it kind of quickly. There's a half, and then 4 of the full cups. And this should help knock the boil down. I got a lump in here that's blocking me. It doesn't want me to pour sugar. BLG, don't put sugar in there. Come on, you bastard lump. Get out of the way. There we go. 2. Now we're talking 3. And one of them was a little bit short, so I'm going to go a little mounted. 4.5 cups sugar, and it goes. Now, this can all get out of the way. You got to move quick in BLG's kitchen. Now we're going to turn this on. We're going to stir it. We're going to kick the heat back up. I did end up turning the heat to high. I'm about to pass out. You have to breathe once in a while, BLG, while you're talking. Kick it back up to high. I'm going to bring this back up to another rolling boil. La 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 la. We're going to bring it to a full boil. And once it comes back up to a full boil, not necessarily a rolling boil, but a good full boil, and that's going to boil for about a minute at a good solid boil. It's just helping everything get integrated. It's getting really kind of, you can feel the consistency changing. It's a little bit harder to stir. Little crystals are starting to stick to the sides of the pot. Yes, yes, you can see. I'll let you look. See? We're going to bring it back up to a boil. See, we're going to stop stirring for a minute. Shouldn't take it too long. And that should come up to a boil. Might take a minute or two. But that's coming up. See the foam? We're going to skim some of that off of there. You don't have to worry about it. It ain't going to hurt you. It'll just make your jar look a little bit weird. The top of your jelly when you open the jar. That's all. But we're going to skim that foam off there. Most of it. Bringing it back to a boil. Once this gets boiling for about 1 minute, a good solid boil, then we're going to turn it down. And you know, it's going to be done basically. We're going to get it boiling, stir it for a minute. Once it boils, I'm going to kick the heat down just a touch and stir it for a minute. And then we're going to kick the heat off. And it'll be ready to jar up. Put in the jars. And no, this doesn't get water bath canned. This will naturally seal the jars on its own. So, other than having your jars, and keep them boiling. These jars are still boiling. The water is on. The heat's on high on that one. It's boiling. Hot, hot, hot. You want your jars nice and hot. My lids are over there. They're ready. They're simmering in the warm water. A little bit of steam coming out. So we're just about ready here, folks. We'll let that sit for a minute. If it's not going to boil for me right now, I'll pause for a minute. You already basically know this part. And I'll pause when this comes up to another boil. I'm going to boil it, stir it for a minute, and then shut off the heat. Done. And I'll come back and we'll skim off some of this foam. Some of this foam. It'll foam like that. We'll skim some of that off. And we'll go on to the canning process. See you in a minute. Alright folks, we've been back to a boil. It's been stirred and with the heat reduced just a touch so it doesn't boil over on you for another maybe about a minute and 15 seconds or so I did. See that little bit of foam? See that foam? What we're going to do, take our ladle, this little guy, right? We're just going to skim that foam off of here. Nice and easy like. Some of that foam, try to get some of it without getting everything. Suck up some of this foam into the ladle here and just put it in here. Just kind of drag it along the foam. See, it comes right out. Comes out. Dump it in something extra here on the side. And scrape over here. A little bit extra. Too much of the juice on that one, but it's alright. Just plenty of juice. Just going to kind of skim in some of this here foam. So you're not going to necessarily get it all, but you can get quite a bit of it. One more little run here ought to do good enough. I'm not super picky about it myself. There we go. See, and there's all the extra foam. You take that over here. Take that out of there, dump it right down the sink with some hot water. Gone. There we go. Got to start working kind of quick here, but as you can see, most of the foam is gone. Now what we're going to do is take you around here, quickly, like so. While everything's nice and hot, I'm going to get you aimed over here, like so. That should work. Okay. Now, the fun part. I am going to, actually, I have an idea. I have this here hot pan thing, and I have this one and this one. I'm going to bring the jelly over here, where it's closer to my work. All right. So we're going to take our tongy things, and we're going to pinch out one of these jars. After I open these little racks, pinch out the jar, dump the hot water out of it, like so. I notice I've got a towel on the countertop, and we're going to dump all the water out of this jar. And while it's still nice and hot, I'll put this here. I guess I could have done that closer to me. Where's my ladle? We're going to ladle this into the jar, our mixture here. Hot. Okay, we're going to work with it over there. I'm going to ladle this into a jar, nice and quick like, and you want to leave about a 1/4 inch headspace. That's a 1/4 inch of room, the top of the jar, sort of in that area. I did enough jars that I know I can probably hold all of this easily. Into the jar you go, nice and easy. A little bit more for Santa Claus. We'll see how much we end up with here. This is going to come up. A little bit more for Santa Claus. Just a little more. Where am I sitting? So that's pretty good. That's a little more than a 1/4 inch. But there you go. Then you take your magnet. Stick your little lid. On it goes. We're going to take our lid. Screw them down. Nice and snug. Not super tight, but nice and snug. Now, he's going to get flipped over onto his top. Next jar coming up. Dump this out. See how many of these ones we get. I'm going to do another big one. I'm going to dip, fill him up with our sauce, like this, and like this here. I need this to tilt. Give me this. I need to tilt my pan here. Here we go. Now we're talking. Put him in the jar. Very nice hot jar. Hot, hot. Fill him up like that. Okay. This little bad amigo is going to come out of here. I'm going to stick my next lid. Bap! Put him on the jar. Put the cap on you. Screw him down. Nice and finger snug. Hot. He's going to get flipped over on his top. Sit there like that. Next jar. Coming up. Yeah, I'm going to do another full one. We'll see. I might not even need the little one, but it never hurts to have too many. If all else fails, you've got an extra sterile jar to put away. Ooh, that's rough. Too much work. No. No. I say no. Okay, we'll stir this around. In you go into the jar. This might not even fill this jar, to tell you the truth. Nope, it's not going to fill it, but it'll work. So there you go. This will make that much of the 1 pint jars. Hurry up. Get out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to hurry up, stab this other guy. Boink! Boink! Come on. He goes on here. This is going to go on here. So you're going to get approximately 2.5 pints, it looks like, of jelly out of this recipe in pint jars. I've never done it in pint jars. That's kind of cool, though. That works out pretty good. So this is going to sit upside down now. Dun 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 dun. Do something. The jar is a 1/4 of the headspace. Wipe off the rings and blah blah. The rings and blah blah blah. The cover. 5 minutes. Okay, so they're going to sit here for 5 minutes. I'm going to pop them back over on their tops, and as they cool off, they should make that little sound, that little ticking sound that cans do, like that. And then you just rest for 24 hours, or Shit, just let them sit there for a couple days. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. And then they should jellify up. Jellify, that's a word for me. BLG. You can use it if you want. You have my permission. And then into the fridge they go. Actually, once they get sealed and do their little sound and stuff, you can put these on your pantry shelf and they'll probably last a good 6 months, somewhere around there, with no problem at all. Like I said, I've had my other jelly in there. I got 2 little ones to go, and they've been in there for 6 months or so, 7 months, just fine. They're doing great because they're sealed and they're all good and stuff. So anyways, that's it for making your jelly. I guess I'm going to let these sit for 5 minutes, maybe babble a little bit. I'll show you a cute puppy. There's one right there. That's a North American beggar hound. His name is Stuart Gilligan Griffin Gray the First. Actually, he's a Shih Tzu, but he likes to be a beggar hound. He prefers that title. He's looking at the mama, who's over there. LAG, say hello to the world. And he wants that mama to give him those cookies or some kind of a treat. Yes, that's what he wants, because he's that kind of a puppy. Oh, anyways, I can shut this off. Shit. Yeah, once you get all that, so I got one little half pinter in there, an 8-ouncer in there. Shut off all your heat. Whoops. This stupid thing doesn't like holding this camera still. It waves around. It doesn't lock on. Here's all the dishes you got to do, though. You got a little bit of measuring cups, and you got a ladle, and you got that pot there, and that one only had water in it. I'm probably just going to dry it and put it away, and that's it. And your canning equipment, if you used your canning equipment. You got a funnel to wash, not that, but the funnel. Pretty cool. These are sitting here. I'm not going to waste your time, folks. These are going to sit here for 5 minutes, like I said. You're going to turn them over. They'll make that little sound as they cool off. They should anyway. If they don't, just use them fast. Put them in the fridge and use them. I guess. Don't trust them to be stored for a long period of time. But if you had any left over, yeah, just put it in a little, like a measuring cup or a little bowl or something. It'll set up. Put it in the fridge and the kids can eat it first. No big deal. Has it been 5 minutes yet? Pretty close? Okay. These jars are still absolutely scalding hot. Flip him over. Like that. Wiggle him around. Hot. I'm going to flip him. Wiggle him around. Very, very, very hot. I'm going to flip him over. Like that. Just let them sit. Walk away from them. And they should seal up on their own. So there's your exciting episode for today. Well, your second exciting episode. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's the stuff. There's your next exciting episode, the second one for the day. There you go. For Old Hands On with BLG. Like the episode? Try to make it. Let me know how it comes out in the comments down below there. Like buttons, subscribe buttons, share. Just enjoy the video. That's all I'm wanting you to do. Enjoy it, learn something. Get your ass off the couch in the kitchen with old BLG. Let's make something. For Hands On with BLG, for BLG, I'm BLG. I'm Lefty, and I am Righty. We'll see you guys back here next exciting episode. Bye-bye.